Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As always, I'm Timothy Kennedy. I finally got to see Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, and I'm just gonna say I've never seen an actor so dedicated to making sure that he doesn't use a stuntman, that he is willing to do the craziest things ever. This man had to be on one because what? Anyways, let's go ahead and cut right into it. If you guys like movie stuff and all things when it comes to the entertainment industry, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and like. Let's hop into the video, shall we? Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I'm not gonna lie, when I watched the movie right before this, listen, please don't get mad at me. I was falling asleep. I couldn't do it. I don't know why. I don't know if I just felt like there was too much storyline going on. Look, maybe I just watched it on a really sleepy night and I should just go back and rewatch it again just to make sure I'm not feeling the way that I did and it wasn't just me being extremely exhausted. But I fell asleep during the last movie. I did get bits and pieces of the main story, which did make me feel lost when I was kind of watching it for this movie, but I definitely was like, yeah, I don't know how I felt when it came to coming to this film. So I saw that he was doing even more crazy stunts, especially that plane one. Obviously, I was gonna go check it out no matter what. And once again, I was proven. I don't think necessarily it was me, okay? The beginning of this film had a lot of yap sessions. I felt like I was in a class teaching math or science or something I completely would not be paying attention to. And I get it, they were trying to pay homage to him. They were also trying to, you know, lay the groundwork for all this events that were either coming up today, coming up in this film, or from previous films and why it was affecting this film. But me personally, I was just like, oh man, I'm about to knock out right now. They saying a whole bunch of smart jargon. I don't know nothing, but I will say the very moment that we got into the underwater scene, everything picked up. The very moment we got into the water stuff, everything picked up for me in this movie. That's when Final Reckoning and me seeing Tom Cruise do Tom Cruise things. Listen, that man is an absolute beast. The cinematography in this film was absolutely amazing. They had shots underwater where I felt like I could probably jump through that IMAX screen because that's how clear it literally looked. Also, just the idea of how he was supposed to be doing these missions truly felt literally impossible to me. The things that he had to do throughout the storylines, I was like, there's no way this man should be able to get out of this. And he always got out of it. And I knew he would get out of it, but I never knew how he would get out of it. And the fact that they would trick you so many times, they would make it feel like you were safe, but you were never safe. Now, when it comes to, like, in regards to, I guess, the scaling of if I feel like this is a good send-off for the final movie, I'm not actually necessarily sure, because I felt like this was like a normal Mission Impossible movie. I think the stunts were upped even more than the last one and the other movies, 100%. And I honestly thought the action and the fight sequences in this film, I think the story was fantastic. Even the characters were great. You know, when you watch the finale of these big franchise movies, you know, the stakes were definitely there. The stakes were extreme, but I just felt like there would be more. Like, it still feels to me like there's gonna be more Mission Impossibles after this. I don't really feel like, oh, okay, this is the end of Mission Impossible. And look, maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe they made it feel that way, that it would be the end of Mission Impossible. Maybe they wanted us to be like, oh, well, maybe it might not be him, but it may be someone else. I'm not necessarily sure, but I just never got that closure of being like, wow, this is the end. But that does not change the fact that this was an entertaining film for me. I was glued to the screen from the very moment we got to that one scene onward. I thought the stakes and how he was supposed to execute these things, I mean, that last fight sequence with the plane was absolute cinema. If they don't get some form of Oscar, because they've now allowed stunts to get Oscars, that is pure robbery. It's pure robbery, because there's no way that something like that on that scale doesn't even get noticed, because no one in this planet is doing anything like that. Overall, I actually really enjoyed this film. I just think the first half was a little bit too heavy for me to handle, but if you can survive being able to deal with that first half, I believe the second to third act is absolutely what you are here to watch. You are seeing Tom Cruise just be Tom Cruise. You are seeing the stakes of a Mission Impossible film get raised. My crowd was honestly clapping at the end, saying? Look, we don't be handing out claps no more, gang. We don't be handing out claps for no reason. But yeah, if you guys have seen this film, please feel free to comment down below what your thoughts on this. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys not? Other than that, I will see you guys in the concession stands. Peace.